Those cow-calf producers that are raising some replacement heifers that will be bred for the first time this spring want to keep in mind that they have to have those heifers continuing to grow and to gain some weight into and through the breeding season. You see, there's some data conducted here at Oklahoma State University a number of years ago that showed us what happens if the opposite takes place. What they did in this particular trial was have a set of heifers that were on a good growing program, about 20% above maintenance. So these heifers were gaining weight and growing. They had another set of heifers that were getting the same diet, also growing and gaining weight, and they checked to see, using ultrasound and using some blood assays, to make sure that all these heifers were cycling, and they were. After 2 weeks, they checked the heifers that continued to gain and grow, and 2 weeks later, sure enough, all these heifers continued to have cycling activity. The other set that had been growing, but then overnight were changed to a diet that was only 40% of maintenance. So they got 1/3 as much as that first set of heifers. They were all cycling at the start, but then 2 weeks later, they go back and check, and only 30%. 3 out of 10 of the heifers are still cycling. So that tells me that as we're getting close to a breeding season with a set of young replacement heifers, we want to be careful about any serious nutritional change that might cause those heifers to suddenly go off feed or to have a real decrease in their diet. An example might be if they're coming off a wheat pasture and then we put them into a situation where they got nothing but dormant native range and maybe some poor quality hay, and they lose weight rather rapidly. It looks like in that situation we have the possibility of heifers that were in good shape and cycling actually shutting down for a short period of time, and can really affect us, especially if we have an estrus synchronization and AI program being planned. So as you near the breeding season with a set of replacement heifers, keep this research in mind and try to do what you can to make sure that if you're moving these heifers, that you make the nutritional adjustment accordingly so that they continue to grow, continue to gain weight, and then they'll continue to cycle and do a good job in your breeding season. I think if you keep that in mind, it'll really help in terms of the breed up that you get on those heifers this year. And we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.